Hey, Spuddies, Potatomcwhiskey here, and welcome back to our No Theater Square Culture Victory Challenge as Russia. So, there was one question that was going on multiple times in the last episode, and I thought I would just clear that up. The reason why I don't call Gilgamesh to war is because I don't want him to take any of Arabia's cities, because Gilgamesh is already really strong. He's making 43 science per turn, and if he captures any more of these cities, that's kind of dangerous for me, and I'd kind of like to take these cities for myself. So what we are going to do is, first of all, there was another question as to why I didn't go for the Colosseum, because it would be the thing that gives me most of my culture in the game. That's not true. It only gives me 2 culture per cities, and I can at most hit like maybe 10 cities. That's like 20 culture per turn. When you compare that to the culture that I can get from just building 3 lavras with the choral music, you know, it's not even comparable. So the thing that we need to do is survive. So I think we can save Novgorod. It really depends on what this chariot does. These guys are probably going to hit the city. They're going to like move down here, hit the city, do a bunch of damage. If the chariot hits the city, then we're dead. But if we can get like a turn respite, we're fine. For sure, something I wish I had done before was plug in the maneuver card. Wait, oh, right, I'm only unlocking the maneuver card now. Right, I should have unlocked it earlier, is what I meant to say. But we'll plug that in and we'll start spamming chariots. Okay, so they moved it. The chariot actually moved away, so that might be all that we need to survive here. I'm going to move as far forward as we can with our archers. You're going to stay there to heal up, because you'll be ready to fight in a couple of turns. The chariot will come out. Now, in terms of technology that we want, we could pick up swordsmen. I thought I had built a builder over here. Maybe I was just wrong. I thought I had built a builder here. Or was I in the process of building a builder here? I don't really remember. Man, this is a hard position to be in. I would really like to get a builder to get this iron online, but I don't think I'm going to have time to get swordsmen. So really what I need to do is either invest in this city's long-term productivity and growth through a granary, or go for more culture. And I think I'm going to invest in the long-term productivity and growth here. Now we'll get shrines. The faith is really powerful. We can use Novgorod and St. Petersburg to carry us in this war. We're still going to be unlocking theology after military tradition, because the temple will allow us to not only evangelize our religion, but also generate more faith and culture. I'd love to unlock celestial navigation, so I'm going to get to work on that. We also got our very first great rider. We're not going to be able to sell the great work this turn, but we'll be able to turn these great works into gold, which we can use to fuel other areas of our empire. We'll keep exploring here with this guy. Another thing people suggested to me was to use my scout to pillage, and I would like to do that, but of course there was a barbarian warrior, or an Arabian warrior hunting me, not a barbarian, so that's going to make it a little bit more difficult. But I do want to see if I can get more scouting information about Arabia. Okay, so the city is on 0 health, but it's not dead. So that's important to note. The city is not dead. We're going to plug in now the maneuver card so that we can get our chariots a little bit quicker. Otherwise, we're going to take out colonization because we're not using it. We're not settling right now. And I'm going to plug in... I won't get a great general from running that policy in a reasonable amount of time. So we'll plug in maneuver, we'll plug in urban planning here, and then we'll just take conscription to make our army cheaper to maintain. I'm going to move you forward a tile, and then shoot the weaker, the 2. Push these forward. My first chariot is completed. I want to be in open terrain if I can. We're going to sell this great work to Sumeria. So let's make a deal. You can buy this and you'll pay me like a reasonable amount of cash for it. 17 gold and 100 gold, which can be put towards some sort of boost for my capital maybe. Not really many things to build. I could maybe purchase a temple in a not too distant future. Then we'll just create another great work so that we can sell that next turn. I could build the Oracle, but right now I'm embroiled in a war and I need to get settlers out and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and just make a bunch of heavy chariots to act as our sort of shock force to get around, kill archers and all that sort of stuff that we're going to run into. Need to run away from that guy. We'll do a little bit more scouting with our missionary here. So we're taking damage, but thankfully catapults don't really have a way to actually capture a city. We're going to move our archers into firing positions. So let's take out this first. You have a promotion. I'm going to prioritize getting promotions to be able to take out units faster. The faster I can take out units, the better. I don't need speed to take out cities, but units need to be basically wiped off the map instantly. I can pillage this. That's good. Destroy some of their faith.
Man suffers, oh.
Kill that with the chariot. And then get these guys moving on Arabia. So I think my current plan is, it really depends on how many cities he has walls in. And if he's built any theater squares. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold any of his cities with my current things. It really depends on whether or not he gets a golden age or a dark age. But I'll probably like try to weaken his cities down to like really easily taken levels, and then maybe look into attacking him more aggressively later. I think we're going to push towards defensive tactics for the extra governor title, although we would get recorded history. This is about the same amount of time, but it's worth more tech wise. We got a heavy chariot here in Novgorod, and I think the goal right now is to keep spamming heavy chariots, because those are going to be our mobile melee units that act as a sort of shock force. I'm going to swing this guy out just to search for any Arabian units that might be sneaking in around on the left side. Otherwise, I'm going to keep scouting with this missionary. I could use him to convert, but I think I don't need to do that. These cities already follow my religion, and I've got a decent amount of religious pressure already. I'm going to go to here and then take a ranger promotion so I can move through this rough terrain a little bit easier too. And maybe get a few pillages. Like I could pillage this maybe. Yeah, we could get some pillages off here. We got another heavy chariot. Let's get it moving. Just generally get our troops moving forward. I'm tempted to take out Damascus and Mecca first, and then take out what's going on here. I don't think with the loyalty I'm going to be able to hold these cities, but these are already really weak, so I can always just come back and clean these up later. Just wipe them out. I think I'll probably be burning these cities to the ground if I can. That's the most likely thing to do, because I won't be able to hold them with the loyalty the way it is. Temple or spam more archers or chariots? Well, the temple is like a critical empire-wide infrastructure because it's going to allow me to get the Gurdwara. And the Gurdwara is how this city is going to grow. And then I can get the harbor in here, and then I can actually continue to grow this city. So I think the temple here is really, really important for like the long-term success of my empire. So I'm going to prioritize it. I think I also, as great as this trade route is, I think I do need to prioritize getting food and production in this city, because this city is just having a really hard time growing. As much as I love the idea of getting a bunch of culture and science and all that sort of jazz from trading with Sumeria, we can get all that later.
Set your course by the...
Just shoot there to get a little bit of experience. Okay, we're pushing forward with our chariot. He's defending Damietta with a chariot. Okay, so I think my goal is to kill... It looks like there's 3 cities here. Kill this city, and then whatever city's here, and then take this city. 1, 2, 3. Whichever, or it might be like kill, kill, take. It depends on which one of these cities is the capital. I feel like it might be over here, because he built a wonder. Although he built a wonder over here too, and he's building another one here. Man, I actually don't know. So next moves, I think it would be okay to kind of just head in the direction of machinery. So I'm going to pillage this because it's worth faith. And the faith can be used. You're scouting. I could probably be scouting with my scout too, but I think this pillaging is worth it. Okay, there's an archer here. I need to prevent this archer from getting into the city. Just get a bit of experience. Okay, moving forward. Because if that archer gets into the city, taking the city gets a lot harder. You'll pillage that next turn. You'll go here. Okay, a catapult has been finished, and we took a hit from this archer. We need to get this archer cleaned up. It's like super important. So hopefully damaging him was enough. 10 turns until the era ends. I'm hoping that maybe he gets baited into attacking some of these. I'm worried that this archer might die. What is the damage of these? And they have a penalty to attacking units. So I think there might be a chance that this guy survives. Because if it's a 35 damage, I think they take a penalty of like 13 against units, so I think he has a good chance of surviving. Pillage here. I'm going to pillage all of this stuff because I plan to burn these cities to the ground if I capture them. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play with Kilimanjaro, although I did get 2 of the tiles, which is pretty good. Although it erupted. Okay, another catapult appeared over here, and this catapult actually retreated rather than attacking. So let's go here. I'm going to push you across here, push you to here. I'm going to push you onto the hill. You're going to start hitting the city. Hello, I would like to click on my units game. Okay. We got another chariot in here. Let's send them over. As much as I would love to build these right now, I just need like a constant supply of chariots to hit this. Actually, you know what I need? I need to get iron. I need to get iron so I can go for knights. So let's pause for a builder here. Let's take out this catapult. I was really hoping that that would be the kill, because now this unit's going to be open to the chariot coming out and hitting him, and if he hits that, that's going to cut my damage significantly. Maybe he'll attack the infantry. Let's find another place. There is the Germans. I will send him a delegation, although it's likely that he will get upset with me because I'm going to be killing people. Out of curiosity, would you like to buy? It looks like you don't want that. Do you already have a great work? You do. Khmer, you don't have a great work. You'd give me 12 gold and 187 gold. Okay. So I could have actually purchased this temple if I had waited, and I could have been working on other stuff here, but we hard built the temple. It's fine. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to avoid, but luckily we did survive, and if we can kill this chariot, we'll make our lives much easier in taking the city. Now, do you have... No, you have regular strength, but I think this guy... No, you don't have the garrison promotion. It's you that has the garrison promotion. So I actually want you on this district, if you would believe that. And then I want to promote you because you'll get the combat bonus from being in the district, which means that you do full damage to the city. You can see minus 17% because it's less effective versus fortifications, but then it gets a plus 17 from garrison and incendiaries. So we want to avoid these guys. We're gonna, although I would get a promotion here. I'm worried about something coming out of the fog and like hitting me in the back. You're gonna have to kind of go around. Probably faster to go out this way. Stay there. Dido. Okay. Well, I wasn't actually expecting Dido in this game. Delegation. Open borders. It's going to demand that I pay, but that's okay. I'm going to get friendship with Yaya Varman. He would actually... So, like, these guys would join my war. My worry is... my big worry is that they would take these cities for themselves, and then I would be in a really bad position where it's far better if I like wipe out Arabia, maybe take one or two of these cities for myself, and then settle in. Like, I am pretty behind, but I think I can recover from this. Okay, so that guy is pretty painful. I think I should take the shot on this guy. I should also be pillaging. I think I take the shot here, because it'll mean next turn it'll be much easier to kill that. Let's pillage the road. Grab the faith. I'm going to get you to heal up. You can probably safely hit the city because you'll have a promotion soon and you have a farm to pillage. You, on the other hand, I need to be careful about exactly how you run into things. So if this catapult doesn't move, it's dead next turn. Which is exactly where we want to be. He took a shot at us. Another catapult rolled in. I don't think that catapult can shoot over. So that's good. These two chariots could probably kill this. And there it is. I want to pillage as many of these tiles as I can. So what I might do is this. You have a promotion, but I want the pillage. And then I'll pillage this and this next turn, and then finish off the city. I think we're moving in the right direction here. Using the scout to provide the bonus. Might be a... I think it's a good idea to pillage and then attack with this guy next turn to get another promotion. Okay, there is Hong Kong. It's the first city-state we actually found this game. Okay, that's annoying. He finished another unit. That's quite bad, although it ran away. 1,000-year flood, I think. Or what did he finish? Oh, he finished a trade route. Free pillage. Hell yeah. So we'll plunder the trade route. We'll plunder this. We'll plunder this. We'll attack with you. Do I need another attack to finish off this? If I attack with the scout, he'll get some XP. Will this finish the city? It does. And then I can prioritize promotions on these guys. Now this, there's no way I can hold this city. The loyalty is just way too much. So I think my best move is to actually raise this city. We pillaged it, we destroyed it. I don't think we can hold it. So we're just gonna raise it. Even if it gives us a bunch of grievances, which sucks. I would really like to try... Oh, it looks like Samaria is at war with Arabia. So this is actually something I wanted to avoid. I wanted Samaria to not be at war. Because he's going to take this city, and then that's going to feed him for the rest of the game. And that's really, really bad for me. St. Petersburg, I definitely need to get the Gurdwara up. And what that's going to do... We also got a float over here in Novgorod, which gives these tiles more power. Novgorod is going to be a really, really powerful city. What else can I do in here? I definitely want to get an apostle to evangelize my religion. So we're going to prioritize that. I'm going to grab a granary to let this city grow. This city needs a watermill. It needs a lot of stuff. But the watermill for sure is going to be something important for the city to keep growing. I don't think any units that I build now are going to make it in time to really be useful for this war. I think everything that we have to fight this war is in position. So I think our best move here is to sort of revert back to settling with as many of these cities as possible. For example, and use my gold to leverage basics. Alright. I don't need monuments so much for border growth, actually. I need it more for just raw culture. So there's a very small chance Samaria doesn't attack here and I can snipe Mecca. Not a big deal if it doesn't happen. I super don't want him to get Baghdad, though. So I need to prevent that from happening. I would also really like to prevent him from getting Damascus, but I don't know if I can keep that from happening. So he got Mecca. I'm gonna make a move in the direction of deleting Damascus. And I'm going to try and occupy tiles with the view of doing that. So I'm going to move you one tile and then take the +1 movement promotion. I'm going to move you there. If I could prevent him from taking Damascus and Baghdad, and then take... I don't remember what the city is called. It's like the generic Arabia capital. Then I would be in really, really great shape. Okay, we got our apostle. We could do this, but we're actually going to evangelize. So there's quite a few good ones here. Lay ministry isn't bad. It would give us an extra bit of faith and culture. We're not going to be building theater squares, though, so we would be losing some of the potential for that. We could take church property, which would be really, really good gold income. We don't plan. We are going to have trouble growing our cities, so tithe might not be the best. Holy Order could be good if we manage to get Mont Saint Michel. Could I have built the Mahabodhi temple? I would have to build it here, which is where I want to build this city's thing. I could build it over in this city. I could have potentially built the Mahabodhi temple this game if I had positioned my holy site slightly differently. But I think we're going to skip the Mahabodhi temple. If I could get the Mont Saint Michel, I would be happy. So we'll finish defensive tactics. We'll go for recorded history, go for civil service, go for divine right. Now if I don't get it, it's not a big deal. It just gives me a way to turn some of my faith into power, tourism. Right, religious colonization. This is actually a really strong belief, in my opinion, especially since I haven't settled all my cities. Culture bomb isn't terrible. We already get a lot of territory as Russia, so culture bombs aren't super important for us. Scripture is okay for passive spread. Itinerant preacher is kind of the same sort of thing. Religious pressure never drops due to losses in theological combat. This is actually a really good one if we plan to do a martyr build where we're going to be losing things. I think we're better off filling out one of these book beliefs. I forget what they're called. They're like, each type of belief has its own specific name. Pilgrimage or church property?
Potatoes. Boil them.
Oh god, I was in the wrong. I was in the wrong recording scene on OBS, so it was playing my sub noises. My bad. Church. Yeah, I think we're going to take church property. Now, we always have this debate, okay? Is tithe better? Obviously, tithe is better, right? In a very narrow set of situations. You have to have a city with more than 8 population, i.e., 8 or more, that follows your religion. And remember, in this game, not every pop follows your religion. If I go to the religion tab right now, you can see only 2 of the 3 people who live in this city are following my religion, right? So even if the city says 4 pop, I wouldn't be getting a single piece of gold from tithe, right? Whereas church property, I just have to have my majority religion. So church property, like tithe is better in the long run, but church property is like so incredibly better because it's not reliant on population. It's not reliant on converting a significant. It's not reliant on how. It's not reliant on the population of the city being converted. It's not reliant on the total population of the city. It just gives you 2 gold. So church property is almost always better. Period. Tithe is technically better, right? Because of the yield you can get. But the earlier you get gold, the more valuable it is. So if you imagine a situation where I could get 100 gold now, but I can use that 100 gold to turn it into a gold income of plus 10, right? Whereas I could get gold 100 turns from now and I would get like 1,000 gold. Yeah, like that's 1,000 gold. It's worth a lot more. But if I can get 10 gold per turn for 100 turns, that's like the same, but I get it, sooner. It's hard to explain. I don't really understand how to explain it to people because to me it's just something I get, right? Stuff now is worth more than stuff later. Because I can do things with stuff now. And the benefit I get from having the stuff now applies for a longer proportion of the game. Okay, we have 3 envoys. I think I will probably put 1 envoy here in Nazgarmu because I'm building settlers and the +2 production in the capital applies to settlers. So if I go in here now and I refresh, still 9 turns, but maybe it doesn't apply till the next turn. I don't know. But basically we're getting +2 in there, unless they changed it. I don't know. And then we'll take Babylon as well. We'll take one envoy in Babylon. Recorded history, construct a campus. Yeah, I would love to construct a campus, but it's just not really going to happen for a bit. He wants open borders. Mutual open borders seems good to me.
A man on a horse is spiritually as well as physically bigger.
So I don't know if we're going to be able to hold this city, but I know for sure that we will be able to take this city. So this scout is after taking a pretty heavy hit, so I'm going to back him up to a safe distance. It's kind of odd that he can't see these tiles. It's weird. I'm going to bring this scout or this chariot in. You're going to swing here. I'm going to pillage this stuff. Okay, there's another one of them. I would gladly like hammer this city with my units, but I'm worried about the hit from the catapult. So I'll just do a pillage and I'll do a healing action here for a turn. And then we'll reassess the situation next turn. Ideally, I want to get a chariot across the water to block this city's ability to regenerate. We got our builder in here. We definitely want to get that iron online so that we can build knights. As much as I want Mont Saint Michel, I think we're going to go for feudalism to get stirrups a little bit quicker, because we have the chariots to upgrade into knights and we have the gold for it too. We're about to have a stronger city in here because it's going to be able to place down its holy site. I'll probably wait till I chop that forest before I do that. Maybe I could do Ancestral Hall and settle a bunch. Maybe that would be how we get back in the game. I think that's actually a pretty reasonable move. Let's bring another chariot in. There's another religion over here. It's Victoria. It's kind of annoying because I think she might be looking to go to war with this city-state that I just put an envoy into. I'll send her a delegation. I'll take a couple open borders from her. Alright, deal. I'm going to get a friendship with you. I want to try and maintain as many positive relationships as I can. It's critical. It is critical that the AI is relatively happy about me. I'll take your delegation. No peace, Saladin. Okay, so the catapult tried to run. My troops are merely passing by. We're allies, dude. We're friends. I can't possibly declare war on you. Okay, the city is now weak. One, two, three. I can't possibly maintain the loyalty in here. It's just way too disloyal. So we burn it. We're going to grab Magnus. Point him in St. Petersburg. We've got a bunch of... Now we could maybe keep Baghdad. Maybe we could keep Baghdad on their capital. Although, have they built any theater squares? I don't see one. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this map here. Make it easier to find theater squares. I don't see a theater square. So I think we might be in the clear to keep these cities. Okay. Pillage that for gold. Put that down there. Go there. You will keep exploring. It's really important that I get my chariots over here. It's really important that I get my chariots over here to occupy as many of these capturable tiles. May as well get that kill, because I think we share experience, although we're not allied. We need to get in as many of these tiles and block Sumeria from getting a position to capture Baghdad. Okay, we can head here. Plus, we'll get the Hanging Gardens, which is good if we can capture these cities. So I think we've like overcome one of the major challenges that we're going to face, which is this war with Arabia. I think we've reached a point now. We're also in a golden age, so we're going to have a much easier time maintaining. I'm curious, if Sumeria's in a golden age, that's going to make my life just a little bit harder. Okay, I'm the only civ in a golden age. This means loyalty is like super in my favor right now. So if I can capture this Baghdad city, go here to pillage that, go here, pillage that, getting into position, run away from that guy, don't get killed for no reason. Oh, this is perfect. I can get monumentality, purchase settlers. Once I finish this, the settlers will be worth an extra builder. I'll also have feudalism, which will give me +2 builder charges when I settle those cities. So I'll have 5 charge builders instantaneously in cities that I bought with faith. How much is it to faith purchase a thing? Oh, it's only 200. That is beautiful. I think we have successfully manipulated and tooled our way into clawing. We've clawed our way back into the game. I'm feeling pretty confident that I'll be able to do a lot of work from this position. The question is, I need ancestral halls sooner. So I think we go do another chop. Because the sooner I get that, the sooner I can start positioning my settlers to do what I need. And what I need to do is settle a bunch of cities around the time that I capture Baghdad. And for that, I need to have that finished. I'm going to faith purchase a settler. Although I really want to faith purchase another apostle to evangelize a belief. Although I don't need that belief right now. So I think we're going to faith purchase the settler. I should have placed the holy site in the city first. That was a mistake. That was a definite mistake that's going to hurt me. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely a mistake. I'd love to get a second copy of Iron Online too, so it might be in my favor to faith purchase a builder in this city because it's relatively cheap and I can go get that iron up. Okay, we have a couple settlers popping out. It's going to take a while, but I definitely want to have settlers ready to go when the time comes. So there's a catapult coming, which is okay. We've also got this. I'm just going to choose holy sites. I'll put like 2 votes in there. And I'll say purchasing units with gold is like harder. Production probably would have been fine too. Faith, it's harder to make units with faith, and the city center got boosted. Okay. I should get a refund. I should have. Not, and that's a more of a I feel like I should have than the game mechanics say I should have. Okay, this city is now surrounded. I think this isn't a hill. I might lose a unit in the siege of Baghdad, but that's okay. Don't really get much from spreading out my envoys. So ideally, I want to settle on this river. The hard part is choosing exactly where. I could have picked up civil service here to get that cultural alliance with Gilgamesh, which would prevent our loyalty from interfering with each other. But that would mean he'd also have like impunity to settle within my lands, which I don't want. I actually want him discouraged from settling near me while I have a golden age, which will make him settle in other directions, which will drive him into conflict with other players. So I want to avoid getting a cultural alliance with Gilgamesh right now. We'll keep exploring here. But yeah, we have, I feel, successfully, and only a few turns have passed in this because it's been a lot of like very careful manipulation. But we are now in a position to take Baghdad, I believe. I'm actually curious, like, what can these units hit? Okay, we'll get that in one turn now, and then the city can start producing settlers too. Okay, we definitely need to get rid of this. We can do damage to this, but it has support bonus. For some reason, we're not getting flanking bonus, even though we have a unit here. Now we are. I could get a better flanking bonus by doing this. Moving this archer here, and then I'll swap this archer on this chariot, and I'll still have a siege. Okay, excellent. So we got a slightly better flanking bonus here. Do more damage to him. We completed the Ancestral Hall. I actually, with my faith income, I don't think I need to build settlers. I could, and it would be totally fine. I'm going to promote Magnus because I want to purchase my settlers from over here in St. Petersburg. Oh no, I forgot to let him get established. Damn it. I messed up. I thought he was established already. You know what, man? I'm making some mistakes, but you know what? I'm still doing okay. All right? I'm still doing okay. You can, you know what, man? I might be making mistakes. But if we can get like a lot of this land settled, I want to avoid walking through here. Now, this is really suboptimal to settle off river, but settling on river is so painful from a loyalty standpoint without having Baghdad that I'm genuinely considering settling right here. It would secure me more of the Kilimanjaro tiles. Now what I could do is, when is my next governor title? That's an important question. I can get one at recorded history. So I could settle one of these rather low loyalty tiles and then insert, I could settle right here. If I could move a governor, and I could probably use Pingala for that because I'm really not getting much out of this. So if I settle right here and then plonk Pingala down, I open up some options for myself. And I could also purchase a monument in here to also help. And I could send a... This city will have my religion eventually too, because I have a majority in like religious pressure in this area. So this feels like an okay move. I mean, there is like a war cart there, but I definitely need to get more cities out, and I definitely need to get cities on the border with Sumeria to box them in and prevent them from expanding. And then I need to, if I can secure like this like micro India here, this looks like it's kind of shaped like India, it's just missing Sri Lanka. If I can like take all of this sort of from like this mountain range to like this part of the river to Kilimanjaro to Micro India. If I could like take this chunk of the map, I'm pretty confident I can win a culture victory without ever building a theater square. Especially since there's a lot of really flat coastline over here. Now the downside of Tundra is you can't build seaside resorts. And we're lacking a lot of mountains for ski resorts. We might have to kill someone. Like we might just have to kill Sumeria to win this game. But we'll kind of get there. We'll deal with that when we get there, right? I think so far though, I'm happy. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. I love you all very much.